Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. It's old Pappy back with another one, and today we're going to be looking at a hybrid build for the Flying Dragon. That's right, for the Ojun. I got a feeling that Ojun's going to become the new meta now that the shotgun nerf has basically been settled. Pixonic recently just had their big conversation where they explained why they're doing it. And so a lot of guys in top level are going to be trying to find some new builds. And one of the things I thought I'd try today is a combination of fire and ice. Ember and Glacier, two heavy weapons that fit on this Flying Dragon. As you know, Flying Dragon also has a built-in weapon that as soon as you hit your ability and fly, if you get within range, starts to breathe an acid fire that actually does that continuous acid damage. And so I kind of thought, well, let's see, Ember and Glacier, the ranges don't exactly pair up. The Ember's 350 meters and the Glacier's 300 meters. But Glacier does have a cool effect, is that when you start shooting your enemy, it starts, there's a little level that starts getting more and more red over top of the enemy as you shoot them. And what happens is, once it gets fully charged, then the enemy takes extra damage from whatever weapons you're shooting. It could be the Glacier, it could be the Ember. So I thought to myself, I'm going to lose a little bit of range here, but why not see how the Ember pairs with the Glacier and see if I can use this sort of amplification of the damage of the Glacier and see if it can really make the Ember more powerful. The other thing I kind of like about the combination is that Glacier keeps firing while it reloads, whereas Ember needs a 5-second reload. And so even though I do gravitate towards Ember for this build, I know a lot of guys swear by Avengers, the machine guns. A lot of people like the Viper, which is sort of the acid machine guns. The problem with both of them is that each of those two weapons, the Avenger and the Viper, each have 10-second reload. And so, you know, I kind of find that there are lots of times when, you know, maybe you like the range of those two weapons, but if you get caught with your pants down, basically reloading, you are screwed. And so I really like the 5-second reload of the Ember. Now, let's see. So one of the things that you're going to have to do, and I played this build a little bit before I did this video. One of the things I'm really finding is there's some strengths and there's some drawbacks here. So of course, one of the things is the range. There's lots of times you're seeing in this gameplay where if I did have those 500-meter weapons equipped, I probably could nail a guy from about 450 meters away, but they're out of range. And so to get into range, you kind of put yourself into danger here. Now, just kind of flying around here, see a couple guys underneath this old temple structure, trying to back up just so I can get a few rocks in. I didn't get enough rockets in there, snow rockets, whatever you want to call them, to really do much damage there. But you can see the recharge button. It recharges pretty quick, and my Ember's already fully charged. So I'm going to come around here. One of the things, again, I like about both of these weapons that pairs well, they both do splash damage. So another positive, if you're thinking about getting an Ojun and you think, well, what the heck should I put on it? I know guys are talking Avengers. I know guys are talking Vipers. You can't corner shoot with those. And I get so many kills, just by corner shooting. And my life is saved, although I'm screwed here. My back's against the wall, literally, and I'm done. But I'm telling you, a lot of times, even though guys swear by these other weapons, the corner shooting will save your life so many times. A lot of times there's a technique I use where I'm just shooting and kind of backing up and shooting and backing up and going around a corner, and you have some guy in a Titan, some guy in more of a lumbering robot, and they're just kind of lumbering around trying to catch you, and you're nailing them just with this corner shooting. So I kind of got that guy there a little bit with the corner shooting, and here's a good example. Guy's following me. I'm going to keep him, you know, I'm a little bit faster than him. Well, he's shooting me from above here. This isn't good. I've activated my last stance, but I got 3 seconds left, 2, 1. I got a kill, and I'm going to get up there in the air. I don't have a lot of health left here, so this guy might almost be done. And he went into phase shift. But you know, the good thing is I have this built-in weapon, see? So I've been able to get a little bit more damage. I'm probably going to die here. There's probably a guy behind me going to take me out, or this guy's going to take me out. But I took his health down quite a bit as well. And how are we doing there? I think it's 16-14 for the score. So let's take this build up one more time. Now this one, I got them reversed. On one build I had the Glacier on the right, now I got them on the left. Why does that matter? Well, again, it depends on what kind of corner shooting you're going to be doing. So in this case, the guy's going left to right, and I'm able to hit him, got a kill. If that was reversed a little bit, I might not be able to get that guy because the Ember's flame trail drifts a little bit. So sometimes you miss guys that go, oh, watch out, bud. Sometimes you miss them if you're going left or right. Now, another thing about this build, you got to be very, very careful and be very, very cautious, right? When I have 2 Embers on, I'm a bit more aggressive because I can go in there and the Embers just cause such insane amounts of damage in such a fast amount of time. Coupled with my built-in weapon, that I can go in and, if you have a couple skills that boost your weapon damage as well, you can annihilate guys in seconds, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and their health is gone. But what I'm finding with this build with the Glacier is that the Glacier is turning out to be a slight liability because once you shoot those initial volley, that burst of snow balls, snow weapons, or whatever it is, what I'm finding is, after that, it's not doing a lot of damage. I'm kind of caught with my pants down because I only have really 1.5 weapons here. Whereas if I had those 2 Embers, even though I have the 5-second reload, I might play a bit more cautiously and I might actually time it so that I fly in, I'm watching my timer bar, the 5 seconds go down, I retreat to safety. And there you go, it got me there. So I'm kind of out of that build. And I'm going to just finish off the gameplay here. You can just watch as I go. I have the new Nightingale here with the cryo weapons. They're really great. It's a great little build. You basically fly around and you neutralize people when you're in the air with your built-in weapon, and then you land and you hit them with your cryos. Okay, so let's get back. While you watch me with the Nightingale and the cryos here, let's just get my assessment. What do I think of this hybrid build? So here's the thing. I think that it is a useful build, particularly if you only have 1 Ember and you have a Glacier. I know guys are swearing by the Avengers, they're swearing by the Vipers. I got a feeling that Avenger will probably get nerfed sometime in the near future. All the weapons seem to get nerfed, and a lot of guys that run these white dragons, these flying dragons, they all tend to run Avengers. If I go on the Facebook page, all I ever hear guys talk about with the White Dragon, Avenger, Avenger. Well, what does that mean? That means that Pixonic is listening as well, and that once everybody is flying, as we're seeing with the shotgun nerf, once everybody uses a build, it gets nerfed eventually. Whether it's for gameplay because they want lots of variety on the battlefield, or whether it's just sheer game economics. If everybody has Avengers and they all have them leveled up, no one's spending anything, Pixonic's not making any cash. That's just the way it is. And so I'm a big fan of running something that isn't necessarily the meta, so that when the meta gets knocked with a nerf, then maybe you won't get hurt as bad. And so, is there anything wrong with the Avengers and the Vipers? Well, I think Vipers, they're strong, but they're not crazy strong. The acid damage is nice if you're trying to shoot a leech. The Avengers certainly work well against anything with a shield, that kind of thing. I personally, if I had just Embers and maybe a Glacier, I would run 2 Embers. I certainly would, because they are so valuable for killing not only just normal robots, but also the Titans. Go at an Arthur with 2 Embers and your built-in flame weapon. It ignores the Arthur's shield, and you can kill them really, really fast as long as you get back to cover. Same goes for the Ming. If you fly at a Ming with the 2 Embers and the built-in flame weapon, you can pretty much, unless it's totally maxed out with armor, you can pretty much either kill it or virtually kill it in just a few seconds, and then fly down, get behind safety, and then fly up and kill it again. Whereas I find with the Vipers and all these other things, I mean, you can shoot Arthur's shield for 6 years and you're not going to knock through it. So the Glacier itself, I have also tried 2 Glaciers. Not really a big fan of it, for the same reason that I'm not 100% sure. I'm a big fan of this hybrid mixture you got here of the Glacier and the Ember, which is once you do that initial burst, you really kind of got to fly back to safety. Like, you're done. It's almost like the old B-52 bombers in World War II. They drop their payload and then they hightail it back to safety. Because if you just stick around with 2 Glaciers and just keep pelting your robots with snowballs, unless they're literally really weak, low-level robots, they're probably going to take you down, right? Like your flying ability is going to run out before they're dead. So anyway, that's my thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about this build. You know, I think at the end of the day, you can see the damage here with the 2 embers right here. You know, I mean, I'm hammering the guy. That's a full-blown Arthur. If I had a few more seconds, I probably would have taken him out. Anyway, let's just take a look at how I did. We won 31 to 27. I got 23 million damage, and I got 12 kills. I can't remember exactly how many of those were with the hybrids, but quite a few. So anyway, that's it. I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment. As always, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, click the share button, and until the next time, I'll see you on the battlefield.